Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016 in the return to glory with AC Milan. And let me tell you now, it's hotting up all over the shop. We've got great stuff in the league, we've got good stuff in the Italian Cup, and we've got good stuff in the Europa League. Let's get to it. Straight away, league first. Third place, as you can see, if we win here, if we win the next match coming up in a moment against Genoa, we could go within a single point of Juventus. Then we'll get into the head-to-head and everything, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Udinese are currently ahead of us, but obviously we have that game in hand. Even if we, in fact, actually I'm not sure, even if we do draw, again, we're going to have to go talk about the head-to-head and all that. I think Udinese, even if we draw today, Udinese would stay ahead of us, but I think over a longer period we should be able to leapfrog them within the next 6 games and potentially even do it to Juventus as well. There's a big 10-point gap to the Europa League spots with Lazio here, so I'm very confident now we should be getting into the Champions League. So it's been 2 seasons, and it's taken us that long to get into the Champions League. I would have taken that, I think, if you'd offered me at the start other fixtures. The last game I spoke to was at the win against Udinese. As you can see, still no more defeats. We're really rocking and rolling now. It's really going fantastically well, and things have really, really clicked. We're into the Italian Cup final. We're going to be playing Napoli. I'll be bringing you that one live. We are in the Europa League quarterfinals. We beat Monaco away. I'll show you this one. This was our previous game, and it's Andrea Bertolacci who was the hero in the 77th minute. And we played really well here. This was really, really good. As you can see, here's Blažekovski, and a lovely little side-footed finish there from Bertolacci. It's the away goal. It's massive, absolutely massive. And we'll be hopefully getting into the semi-finals if we can win here. In fact, we don't even need to win. Just a draw will do, to be brutally honest. Well, provided, obviously, they don't score more away goals than us. But other games in the league, we beat Empoli 2-0. Mangala and Emmanuelson with the goals. We then just annihilated Lazio in the semi-finals. I mean, just took them apart. 3-0 in Rome. Stones, Menez and Bacca. It really helped that they did have a man sent off, though, as you can see. It really opened the game up for us there. A lovely finish from John Stones. The centre-backs combining again. I don't know what it is, but just every so often I do see when there's a flick on like that, it's always the centre-back to the other centre-back. I don't know if that's just a coincidence. The Siglio nearly getting on the score sheet there, but Jeremy Menez making up for it. And that was 1-0 going into the 10th minute, and I was really happy with that. And then that popped up. I was really happy. And then this was just over-the-top happiness as we've got a third and really killed the tie off before even we got to the second leg. I just sort of left the sort of control attacking on, and they just wilted completely. 10 men. I guess they were quite tired or whatever, and we just battered them in the end, completely 3-0. Great. Speaking of 3-0, Frosinone here, they were no match for us. John Stones scoring for the second game in a row, Carlos Bacca and Adrian Ramos scoring. And then we had a mad game against Livorno. Now, it always seems to be the case that you have a game like this against the bottom club. They were 20th at the time of playing them, and they gave us a good go. The defence wasn't great, but the two up top here, as you'll see here, the number 9, that is Afobe, that is the Afobe, who has played in the Premier League before, I think. I know his name from somewhere, Benik Afobe or something like that. And this guy, Belomo, had a Belton start. I mean, Diego Lopez here, his positioning was a little bit questionable. Donnarumma is still injured. I think he's just come back now. He's a day or two away. He's still got the orange injury mark next to him. So he's not fit. He could play if he wanted, but I'm not going to risk him. It's not really worth it when you've got Diego Lopez to take his place. So here's Suso now, who hasn't really done much, but that is a belter of a cross from Yang. A really good stuff from Suso there. I should point out as well, Suso hasn't really complained all that much, considering he's been essentially a bit part player. There's a lot of players like that are they're not necessarily inconsistent. It's just you're waiting for them to do something for ages, and then they'll make like 3 player of the match performances in a row, and then they'll just die a death for 2 games, and then they'll come back again, and you're just sort of waiting really for sometimes just waiting for them to perform well. And a bit of a mad scramble there to put us in the lead. That was literally 2 minutes later. Kazuki Honda had an incredible second half, if I recall. In fact, just a general game, in fact. He was absolutely outstanding in this game. I played him, I changed the formation ever so slightly, just because I thought we're playing bottom of the league. I'd like to maybe get that goal difference closer to Juventus. I mean, we're still 10 behind. But, if we can sort of get a 3-4-5-6-7-0 here, I mean, what the chances of that, I don't know, but belter of a goal from Belomo there. I can't really blame anyone there. It was just an absolute belter, and that's his first fucking goal. Of course it bloody was. And yeah, it was that's 2-2, and then Honda. Oh, sorry, that was 3-2. Sorry, I beg your pardon. No, it wasn't. No, that is 3-2. Sorry, I'm losing track now. Totally forgot where the goals were going in. So as you can see at this point, I played a fairly rotated team as well. There's Franco Massa on. Niang obviously was playing. Torres, I think, was on. Massa, I mean, maybe he should have scored there. It was an own goal, unfortunately, for Chiozza. But we went away in the end, and it was just one of those games where, for whatever reason, on Football Manager, you play the bottom of the table club, and it's always a really hard game. It wasn't a hard game, just a mad game like that, and 4-2. And we've not had a game like that for absolutely ages. In fact, all season. Dare I say, we had the 2-2 against Empoli, but that was ages ago. And then we had the simple task of just finishing off Lazio here at home, and we didn't really have to try. He didn't get out of second gear, to be honest. Mbaye Niang and Jose Mori scoring his, I think it's Mori, is it Mauri, scoring his first AC Milan goal. He has been a revelation. He's been unbelievable since I put him in centre midfield. He's a great box-to-box midfielder. He's only 20 years old. If you get the chance, if you see him available for transfer or loan or whatever, if you're looking for a good quality young centre midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, have a look at him, give him a go. He's only cheap, and he's just come in and been fantastic. There's his first goal. He's only 20 years old, as I say. He's Argentinian, hasn't played for the first team yet. However, if I go onto his profile here, man of the match there, I think, as you can see, pretty decent. The reputation and all that, and his current ability has improved substantially, and his potential ability is really, really great. He's got the two black stars here, or the half stars, I guess you could say. They're potential, in case you're wondering. So that's, I'm trying to think how I can't really boil that down to more than potential. That's quite hard to do. But yeah, he's really good. If you see him available, take a punt on him. Might have to stick with him for a little bit. Might take a little bit of, obviously because he's quite young. It might take him a little while to get into the team and everything. But if you stick with him, I think he could be decent. And then we had to play Udinese. I thought about doing this one live, but I stuck to my guns and I thought I'll show you sort of the game in between the Europa League tie, because I think this is quite an important game. It was second versus theirs, and so I had this thought that whoever won this game was going to be the one to challenge Juve. Unfortunately, it was a draw. And we didn't really play very well here. Just Udinese, man, they are just a right pain in the arse. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because I'm underestimating them purely on their reputation alone. But they took the lead here, and I was really concerned that, once again, the front two just did not turn up. Carlos Bacca and Adrian Ramos didn't really have shocking games, but they just didn't do anything. And what are the defenders doing there? They just let Ada just waltz past them all. And fortunately, Carlos Bacca scored a penalty here. And it was a lovely penalty. He missed it, as you saw in the last game, actually. He missed the penalty, so I was a little bit concerned when he stepped up and took it. But as you can see, look, Ramos 6.4, Bacca 6.5. No one had a particularly bad game, per se, but no one stood up and said, right, let's beat these guys and let's go on and try and win this damn title. But it just didn't happen. Blachowski, he was bordering on a bad game, but I think he brought it back in the last 20 minutes or so. I distinctly remember him having a very poor rating at half-time, I think. But actually, just one last thing I want to show you on this. Can I just point out, the second half, you have your two bookended highlights, so the opening and the closing of the half, the goal, and that was it. There was nothing. Absolutely no highlights, apart from the goal and the two bookends. I mean, Udinese completely dominated. I mean, possession-wise, I think what happened was because they took the lead quite early, I took retained possession off, and that harmed the possession stats quite a bit, and I changed a few things up. So that's why Udinese completely dominated possession. So I'm sure they'd be quite annoyed with that, actually, considering how much they dominated the game, and they probably should have won that. So we kind of got away with it, really. And then lastly, as you saw against Monaco, we are currently winning 1-0. We have the away goal. Let's just check the other games. So Paris Saint-Germain are in it. Who is their manager, incidentally? It's still Laurent Blanc. Hoffenheim are beating Basel, Sporting Lisbon are beating Valencia, and as you can see, we are beating Monaco. If you want to have a look at the other leagues very quickly, because I know people are still asking for them, this is the Premier League. Chelsea in the box seat, I suppose, and then Tottenham getting close to that Champions League spot here with so Swansea for that matter. Very strange. Callum Wilson fulfilling his potential totally. Sergio Aguero, 20 goals, no surprise there. Probably the best player in the league when he's fit. I say that. Complete disclaimer. When he's fit, he probably is the best player in the league. Liverpool in 10th. I don't know. What's quite amusing to me is that you can just point out Liverpool's manager history here. Oh, caretaker. Wait a minute. What? David Moyes? Wait. Whoa. David Moyes. David Moyes is now the manager of Liverpool. I don't quite believe that. So no one has had a year in charge. I just want to make just to make a very small funny point. On my FM15 save, Liverpool had 2 managers in, I think, 30 years, 30 years. Because I got up to about the 2040s, I think, in FM15. In 2 years on FM16, they've had 4 managers, or 3 managers, I guess, if Inglethorpe doesn't necessarily count. I think that's hilarious. This is just, I don't know. This isn't just Liverpool, by the way. This is basically everyone, as I pointed out earlier. I can't believe that. David Moyes is Liverpool manager. What the hell is going on there? Who the hell's the Swansea manager? Oh, yes, Ronald Koeman, of course it was. And I'll just also briefly show you France and Germany. So there's France. Paris Saint-Germain have fallen away big time. So Monaco in second there, and Germany, Bayern, no surprise there really. So moving on then to the Genoa game. This is the team we're going to be playing. Menez and Bakker up top, Ricky Alvarez out wide, Blazikowski, Honda in the middle. He's really coming back into form again, Honda lately. Alvarez is a little bit concerned, so I thought I'd play him. De Jong needs to be defending. I play Mauri as a support sometimes. And then De Siglio, Mangala, Stones, Abate, bog standard back 4. And then Diego Lopez, who I've promised to give first team football to. As you can see, Donnarumma has played more games than him, 25. But he is injured. Coincidentally, Donnarumma just so happened to get injured about 5 days after I promised Diego Lopez first team football. Or maybe, no, it wasn't 5 days, it was maybe 2 weeks. But thankfully he's not going to complain anyway because he's 18 years old and he's still technically a backup, I think. So everything worked out as expected. So Blazikowski's a little tired, but he has been an incredible signing. £2 million, I think one of the best signings, probably the best signing I've made on FM16 so far. He has been outstanding. Ricky Alvarez has been good, but trust me, Blazikowski is just, I love this guy. He has the pace, he has the crossing ability, he just has everything. I just love him. For £2 million, what a signing. Right, Genoa, very defensive there, very peculiar formation. Is that Ali Sissoko? No, it's Issa Sissoko. I think I've done that before. I don't really know any of their players, so let's just get into it then. So if we win, we go second and we go a point behind Juve. I think Juve have Europa League qualification sorted, so that would, if we win here, I think that would also mean we've got it. So that would be the minimum aim for the board ticked off, so to speak. In fact, I'm going to change to control because I think we should be quite attacking here. We should really be winning this quite handsomely. But at the moment, oh no, sorry, I was looking at the possession stats, but it doesn't matter. Here's Abate, quite advanced. Here's Blazikowski, Honda, going for a shot, hits it straight at the Genoa player. Alvarez is one of those sort of players who I'm still not quite sure what his best position is because he'll be really great for a few games in centre midfield and then have 2 or 3 terrible games. So you go, okay, I'll drop him. But the thing is, it's like you don't want to stick with him because then he just continues to have terrible games. So you go, oh, what do we do? Okay, Carlos back is injured. Really bad timing there. We are going to have to bring on then Mbaye Niang, I think. Let's keep it as close to like for like as we can. We'll keep him as a complete forward. And yeah, let's go with that. It's a bit of a shame. Hopefully it isn't too bad, like for him to see out the end of the season. Kazuki Honda, one of the best free kick takers in the world in my opinion, Kazuki Honda. Right, so here's Alvarez now. Honda. Oh god, these passes just are not coming off. One thing I've noticed a lot of teams are doing now to counteract us, they're very high pressing, very very fast, almost not quite Klopp pressing, Gege pressing, or whatever the frig it's called. But very much look at the amount of players that come to cover. Look at that. There's always 2 players See, look at that. It's the same thing's happening. Right, I'm going to have to change this tactic because I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to try and be a bit wider. Let's take all this off, because what's happening at the moment is I've noticed now, anytime we go into the middle, there's 2 or 3 players just ganging up on them straight away like that, like bang, you know, on them, really high pressing. So we're gonna, I'm gonna try and let's see, tight them on. Let's do that. Let's try and do what they do to us a little bit. Chance for Niang here, maybe. No, okay, it's going to go straight to another highlight. Yeah, no shots on target, but to be honest, they've blocked every single one of them. And that's our time. Well, I don't know what's happening with highlights at the minute. We're just complete death at the moment. Jeremy Menez, again, he's so frustrating because he will pop up and score you a goal, but he doesn't do anything else. He is approaching Ibrahimovic territory, where he's just complete lazy. Right, okay. I'm going to go attacking. First off, see what we can do with that. Just because we do need a goal, really, and I'm very confident in us to be able to actually score here. I think we've got more than enough quality, certainly compared to them. I am going to be taking Menez off soon because he hasn't done anything. De Jong's header, oh, it's a scramble and it's gone in. I'm not quite sure. It's going to go down as a Nigel de Jong goal. Well, let's have a look at that one again. It's bounced down. I'm really not quite sure. We're going to have to go into TV for this. I think we're going to go 3D because this was a complete mess, complete scramble. Let's have another look here. Right now, I'm probably going to have to slow this one down. Let's see what we can do. Slow it down here. Let's have a look here. So Ricky Alvarez's corner, De Jong, it's sort of headed on, and it's, oh my god, it's just hit everything. It's bounced around. Goodness me, it's a very messy goal. But frankly, I really don't care. It's 1-0. It's gone down as a De Jong goal. I'm really not quite sure. I need to speed that one up. Sorry about that. I usually play it sort of... That's a bit too quick now, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Oh, good save by Lopez. Okay, we're just going to slow that one down again. Just a touch. There we go. That's that. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay, that should be fine. I usually play 2 from the top, my speed, in case you're wondering. Okay, we're going to take Menez off for Ramos, as he is really just doing sod all. Not that Ramos does much more. In fact, we're going to have him as, let's have him as a defensive forward, as apparently this is his best role. I disagree personally. I think he plays better as a target man, but we've got a lead, so I can switch him back to a target man if they score. But once again, a complete lack of second half highlights at the moment. Just a goal, and well, we've had one more at least. Well, really, nothing's happening. Hey, we've got the lead. I'm not bothered. It's not like Udinese when we went 1-1, and that is an appalling shot. Okay, we need to bring this back a bit now. We're going to go waste time. Let's go back to being a little bit more balanced and flexible. Okay, let's try that. Should hopefully see it out now. They haven't really threatened, to be honest. Chance here. Mangala's taking a free kick for some reason. Not Honda. And here come Genoa on the counter there. It was dangerous, and we're playing a bit of head tennis. I don't understand why Mangala was taking a free kick. Should have been Honda. And good save by Lopez. It's bouncing around, and yeah, here we go. They are starting to threaten now, but as you can see on the league table at the bottom, we are now second place, just a point behind Juventus, and the title is still within our grasp here. Could really have something. I never expected to be in the title race in the second series. Second season. I've got to be honest. So here comes Genoa again. 89th minute now. Really starting to go for it, and that's a really poor shot. So we're just going to contain here. Just play extra safe, just to make sure now. Just because I'm not taking any more gambles. We're seeing a fair few late goals come in here, and there's 2 minutes of added time, and it's going to play them all in this highlight here. Good tackle. That's a good interception by De Siglio. Here's Ramos now. Plays it out wide to Blazikowski. These two have really got a good understanding. Really, a number of assists from Blazikowski to Ramos has been terrific. Here come Genoa once again. Oh, and it's gone cross-face the goal, and De Siglio. Oh, they're really starting to threaten now, but that's a poor cross from Sissoko and Lopez. Why on earth is he rushing out. Take your time. Look, what are you doing, you madman? Calm down. He's rushing out and everything. We're on contain, waste time, and yet here he is, rushing out, trying to find an advanced player. Oh, strange. Once again, as you can see, the two strike, it's everyone's performed well except the front men. But that will do. It was a scrappy goal. It wasn't a great game, to be honest with you. But who cares? It's 1-0. Genoa lacked the real quality to break us down in the end. And with that, we go second. So, things have clicked. Well, we struggle to overcome them, but who cares? And of course he is. Of course Carlos Braca has broken his leg. That's probably him out. Well, it's April now, so that's him out for the start of next season as well. So that's just wonderful. And I think that's the second time this happened, is it? No? Well, he's broke his leg. He was out for, well, as you can see there, 4 weeks at the start of January. That's a pain in the arse. Well, it'd be pretty stupid of me to say hopefully there's more to come, because we're certainly not going to see something for the best part of half a year now. So I'm not going to reply to that. So there we go then. I tell you what, if we'd halved the amount of draws there to wins, if we had, say, 6 draws as opposed to 12, we could be out of sight by now. Shame. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. So yes, we've gone second, but unfortunately that has been slightly tainted with the broken leg of Carlos Braca. We'll see what we can do. We're going to have to bring in someone else, I think, in the summer, like a genuine top quality striker, because he's not going to be able to start next season. Adrian Ramos isn't really good enough. Torres is 33 years old, and Mbaye Niang's not really hitting the quality I thought he'd do. So, we're going to have to bring someone else in, I guess. So I'm going to start thinking about that now. I will join you for the Inter Milan game. Let's see if we can get our first goddamn derby win and really pour salt in the wounds of Inter Milan, who've had a terrible season. As you can see, they're in 9th, and I'd probably put money on them finishing in the bottom half, to be honest, because they've got a new manager now. In fact, who is it? Oh, okay, Jürgen Klinsmann. Okay, was not expecting that. Okay, we're going to play Monaco next game, and then I'm going to see who we get in the semi-finals. I'm trying to think, actually, who have we got? We've either going to be playing Sporting Lisbon or Valencia, so that's if you wanted to know that. We'll be back then for the Inter game, and then we'll probably have more as well to come. So there's going to be a lot of live commentaries coming your way very soon. I hope you'll be there for them. And if you enjoyed, like the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.